was that drum like perfect though?
Really? The kind
Oh, you thought it was over, motherfuckers? We back. We back in the house in full effect. The dynamic duo. Ones you love to hate. Touchdowns and tangents. It's Pete here, sitting across, 6 feet in between us. Kenny, how's it going?
Going pretty great, man. Alive.
Honestly, bro, this is the first time we haven't seen each other in a month.
Yeah.
Like, in our friendship, pretty much.
Yeah, even back to CSUN. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy. Shout out to CSUN, by the way.
Shout out to these Soul Chiladas, Limited Salt, sponsoring today's show unofficially.
Shout out to unofficially.
I know I just tried to snitch on myself, but the world ending, so sorry, Keith. Love y'all.
Just don't spill nothing.
But yeah, man, shout out to the Good News Sports. Shout out to the X Squad affiliates. Shout out to FBC Radio. Shout out to your favorite podcast app where you can also find this podcast, as well as touchdownsandtangents.com, where you can find all of our content. And if you're not already following us on TDs_tangents via Twitter or Instagram, make sure you go there. And yes, I'm fucking wired, and I sound like Tony Bruno mixed with Mad Money Smith.
Doing a lot
But that's the energy that I'm on right now because I was literally listening to Marvin Gaye all day today because that's really the only thing that was getting me through my day.
Through the grapevine?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, cool. Fantastic. I, on the other hand, been loaded up on orange juice and multivitamins. Shout out to CVS for having all those deals on all the multivitamins, especially the elderberry. Like, I only eat gummies now. That shit is fire. I'm a kid at heart. Like, seriously, like, adult gummies are the best shit ever.
They really are. You can really eat them motherfuckers like gum.
You're only supposed to eat
like
two a day, but it's just like, you can't tell me nothing. I'm eating gummies.
Oh,
wait
my
till
bad.
I get my
that
immune
wasn't that cue.
Wait till I get my immune system right. It's cool.
Wait till I get my offer right.
My stimulus package right.
Then I'm probably going to transfer in 2 seasons anyways.
Or just do what that one NBA, that one high school kid did, join the G League and just, coop that $500K, wait for the NBA to come get you. But anyway, for those of y'all who don't know what the hell we're talking about, it's draft season, it's mock draft season, it's quarantine season, it's, oh my God, are we going to die season, it's... Okay, 2020 makes 2019 look like 1999. If you were doing cocaine on a rooftop, yeah, Y2K was like I can only compare these times to Y2K, because like everybody really thought like, oh, we're gonna die, but the frenzy wasn't even that crazy. People weren't like stealing all the toilet paper because they weren't as stupid back then. But for some reason, people got
I don't know
stupid.
about that. That's debatable.
I mean, look, we were what? I was 8. Oh, no, 1992, 1999. I was like 7. My mom and, like, family members weren't, like, hoarding toilet paper in the stores. You know what I mean? I don't think it was that crazy to where it is now.
Well, obviously, if the government's just all of a sudden giving us $1,200, it's not because everything's fine and dandy. Put it to you that way.
Oh, and also the PPP, the Payroll Protection, I forget what the third thing stands for, but that ran out of money. $364 million, and now it's all gone. So small businesses are screwed. They somehow managed to run out of money for small businesses, but not for
there's only like
banks.
$10 million small businesses, and I think they said it costs like over $175,000 to start your average small business. So yes, like in your mind, a small business is like small in terms of like there's not a lot of people that go there, but it still has a lot of high operating costs, especially being out here in California where rent is so expensive and power is always an issue and all that sort of thing.
Plus, you have to factor in the fact that a lot of these businesses might not come back. Like they're forced to pay rent, but people can't come into the place.
Not to get libertarian on you, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing because this is the sort of thing that, like, I hate to say it, but it's almost kind of like a mass extinction type of situation where it's like the strong got to survive, like in terms of business at least. Like that's the way I look at it because this is going to change. This is going to change how we operate. Like it's going to make people more used to being alone and getting shit on demand and ordered to them and all that sort of stuff.
So Amazon's gonna have all the power, and there's gonna be
pretty much.
There's gonna be no more Hood Chinese left.
Nah.
How are you feeling about Hood Chinese?
Yeah, man. So yesterday, I'll save my gentrification chronicles for the end of the show. But yeah, man. Yesterday, when I got my stimulus check, I haven't been eating out really because I've been watching my brothers and sisters, and feeding 4 mouths is a lot when you're eating out. So I've been cooking a lot. But yesterday, when I got that stimulus package, I've been craving Hood Chinese, but nobody wants it when I want it, or it's not open. It's been difficult to get delivered. So I finally ventured outside of my house yesterday to find some, and then I went to like 5 different places all along Hawthorne and adjacent areas and found 0 that were open. None. Nada. So
did you try the one by the Panda Express
and a lot, and as you've told me before, a lot of these places have been around for decades. So decades. So the fact that they're just going to disappear off the map is it's a lot.
It's kind of like massage parlors; they'll come back.
Yeah, bro, but where else can you get a meal for $8 that's going to feed me and your big asses like for a good while, a good 3 hours?
I'm talking about 7, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Or even something that you could just split with your family. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do.
But also, I've learned through like just some trial and error, and I was like, oh shit, my stomach's really hurting. Am I gonna die? Like. And getting different vitamins and everything. I realized, you know what? Some of this stuff just probably should go away for like the sake of our health.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I can't go to the gym, so now I have to focus on my diet, and it's become easier. So now I can buy black seed oil and all this other stuff when I'm working, doing all this other stuff, trying to go to the gym, but I'm not necessarily eating right. Now I can just focus and it's kind of a good recalibration point, even though this feels like the end times. According to my mom, and just in general, it feels like the end times. Like
honestly, it's really not. Like right now, things are cool. Like people are for the most part, like you have your wild eggs, but for the most part,
the whole
everyone's
vaccination thing, and it's like
being
okay. Let's say they come up with the vaccination, right? But you never had it. You still taking it, knowing like Norway is.
I don't even get my flu shot, so you're talking to the wrong person.
People
you're talking to the wrong person because I don't even get a flu shot.
Yeah, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. It's going to come to a point where, like, well, do you want to get vaccinated even if you don't need it? Are we going to force people to vaccinate? And then it comes out that the CDC and Dr. Fauci have been lying. They've been overinflating the numbers, especially when it comes to, like, black people. And what that stupid attorney general said, how black people and Latinos need to stop eating and drinking so much liquor. And I'm like, so what are white people supposed to be doing? Because I can come up with 100 things white people shouldn't be doing. You know,
no, I'm there. When he said that, it was like it's growing. Bro. It's surging right now. That's well, the way he said it wasn't right, but
yeah, it
is actually surging with like Mexicans and black people right now. So that's why you're seeing
on the front line.
That's why you're seeing. Well, yeah, that's exactly right because they're the ones that are working right now out, not just working from home because they're more likely to be blue collar and have to venture out to do things and have to take the buses to do things and
like I said,
and rely on different shit.
They already had a couple people on Metro die. They want to get rid of it in Carson. A bus in Carson went through somebody's house.
But how the fuck are you going to get out of Carson without a bus?
But they don't care. That's
what I'm saying.
They want to be deaded. So it's like all that's happening. They get rid of Metro. I'm gonna have to Uber to work almost every day, and I'm not trying to do that. Santa Monica's already a hotbed on the west side, and I'm just like, I'm doing the best I can do going to and from work. It's off Expo and Crenshaw. That Domino's had like 4 or 5 people test positive for corona. The guy who owned it closed it down after like 3-4 days to clean it, and now they're back up and running again. And then the McDonald's further down the street between Crenshaw and Adams and Crenshaw and Jefferson, that shut down because the people went on strike. People are going on strike at all these different places.
The issue of it closing down isn't so much that like, oh, it's dirty because it's really easy to clean. It's just a matter of like,
they were given
it's in that community still, and you're still giving people a place to gather. And
the big issue is that companies aren't protecting the workers. They're not giving them gloves or supplies or anything like that.
Yeah, because they can't get it.
And then, like...
we can't even get it.
Shit, I would just say it. Where I'm at, I'm not gonna say where, but where I'm at, when they could, because like there's a thing you can do on the EDD website, to where like if you are underemployed, you can get that money back for your hours that you're losing. Like I'm full time, I'm supposed to be getting full time, but I'm not. Things are crazy, but my job, instead of actually signing up for it, which is very easy to do for companies to sign up for, and then help help their workers get their hours back, they're not doing it. And they're just saying, oh, well, you can cross-train, or we'll get you hours on another store, but it's like, now you're just leaving me open to more contamination. Because if I'm working in the deli, if I'm working in the deli and then you want me to work the register, and I haven't gotten a raise, and you want to pay me, and this ain't just happening at my job, so don't cry tears for me. Like, this is happening at a lot of places, and a lot of these companies, especially in grocery stores, all these other places, co-ops, this is what they're doing to people. Now, you can imagine, I'm going to try to get some nurses on, but I know people who are in the medical field, and they talk about how they're getting done crazy. Like, they're being forced to go in and deal with patients with not enough gear to protect them, exposing themselves to the virus. In New York, like, I think 7 nurses got their tires slashed. Like, shit is crazy out here for people on the front lines who have to deal with everybody, and people's etiquette publicly is just... I feel like the virus isn't COVID. The virus is stupidity and lack of fucking manners, and we're seeing it just with something as simple as, oh, all you have to do is wash your hands and, be cleanly, and we can't even do that.
So with that, man, let's move on to some football news before we get into our simulated mock draft. Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about Christian McCaffrey?
Hold on. Oh. So Christian McCaffrey got a 4-year, $64 million extension, $16 million a year, which makes him the highest paid running back ever. And personally, I'm shocked because... What? The Ghost of Service here? Service here? Where's my fucking backwood? If you have a backwood, just walk out right now. I'm so serious. I'm saying it on the air too. Okay, well that's fair. Just sit on. Okay, all right then. Okay, sir. You might be back in my good graces, but nah.
Hey, you were never out of my good graces, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, because you got your. Yeah, you didn't have to wait until the apocalypse to get your birthday stuff.
Imagine me get my next birthday bump before you get your old one.
Like she gives me something else. It's like, oh, you got me gummies. I have a bunch of gummies in my backpack. Thanks. But like McCaffrey only got $16 million, and we're gonna talk about this later in the show, but. He got $16 million. He's the highest paid running back in the league, and that contract baffles me. The extension is good because he's on his rookie deal, but he's the only player in NFL history to have 2,500 rushing and receiving yards collectively in the first 3 years of his career. And he only got $16 million. That's a team-friendly deal. Like, if I were him, I would have broke the bank. I said, I'm your best receiver and your best running back. You got to pay me like a quarterback. Because you could arguably say he's a better receiver than DJ Moore. And DJ Moore can't play running back. So I just don't understand how... Yeah, I just think it's really trash that like the running back position is being devalued. And now, what's Kamara going to get?
Whatever. I'll get what I want.
I don't know what what's Alvin Kamara going to ask for? More than... Is he going to ask for more than Zeke? Because I can argue